Hello friends. In past 6 months, I have taken some 400 virtual interviews. And out of these 400 virtual interviews, I would say hardly 3 to 5% interviews were actually uh, the way it happens in a normal interview, in a normal real life interview. It was not that seamless. Hardly 3 to 5% were there. The rest 95% interviews were full of errors, were full of issues. So I would want to share some basic tips with all of you so that you can maybe make your next interview a good experience for yourself and for the company, which increases your chances of getting hired. So guys, tip number one is that please check your tech before the interview. Uh, in most cases, I've seen that internet becomes a big failure. Internet gives you a surprise. So have your backups in place and make sure you test it before you go for the interview. Additionally, keep your camera on. Don't let the interview say that, okay, please switch on your camera. Don't let them say that. Your confidence should be high enough so that you yourself do not worry about keeping your camera on. And maybe check your mic as well. A lot of cases, people use earphones, and in those earphones, the mic is generally lying somewhere below your waistline, or maybe near your waistline, which is very far away from your mouth. So maybe have it near to you, close to you, so that your voice is loud and clear. Next, maybe that keep a check on your looks. One of the main reasons why people uh, maybe not willing to turn on their cameras, maybe that their looks may not be as per the mark. So guys, please make sure that you're wearing some decent t-shirt, some light color t-shirt would really help, so that people are not judging you based on some poor choice of clothes you're wearing, but based on your skills or maybe your attitude, which actually should be the real parameters. And at times, being at home, uh, we tend to uh, we tend to make a wrong choice of clothing we are wearing. Next point may be that, and this is actually the most underrated point, guys, that is follow up. Follow up really matters, and that's one common mistake which most of the people make. They tend to overthink before doing a follow up call, and follow up really makes a big difference. So do follow up after your interview. Maybe you may be a shortlisted candidate, but since someone else would be following up more, he or she may get a higher chance of getting hired. Next, maybe that please prepare before the interview. Prepare doesn't mean that you memorize. Prepare means that at least you should be aware of what points you want to tell about yourself, the truthful points you want to tell about yourself. So don't memorize it, but you should be aware of the answers to the most important questions, the most frequently asked questions. That really matters, guys. And I would say that uh, just make sure that you keep it as natural as it should be. Uh, that means that uh, have your background without any distractions. Maybe have a plain background, because maybe when you go for an interview to an office, you also make sure that your phone is silent, and you also tend to make sure that maybe when you go to someone's cabin for an interview, or someone's the meeting room, at that point of time you see the ambience, right? It's a professional ambience. So similarly, you also have to make sure that when you are at home, you also have some professional background around you, or maybe some plain background around you. This should not be that your family members are shouting at that point of time, which I've seen in a lot of cases. So just make sure that you are in a closed room, preferably, so that your interview is not having any distraction which unnecessarily lowers down your points. I think that, guys, that's all. These are some few tips which can really help you in your interviews and increase your chances of getting hired, even if that interview is a virtual interview. Thank you.